guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today I will be going on a couple of thrift trips and then coming back home to do a huge thrift haul for all of you. I'm at my local Savers, of course, and I started off in the homewares as always and came across this frame fit for a diva. I don't know why I went straight from homewares to the pajama section today. They do usually have pretty satin nightgowns like this, but unfortunately the weather has finally changed to be freezing, so I will avoid buying these from now on. I did love this Betty Boop one though. She is such an icon, and I feel like if I bought this, I would start drinking like dirty margaritas and reading fashion magazines. I don't know if that makes sense. There was also this little matching pajama top. It was so adorable, but I just don't need it. Okay, so you know how I'm always complaining about Savers and how they price their items? This is truly a ridiculous example of this. So they have like 50 of these white bustiers from Target, and they are originally sold for $3, but what has Savers priced them at? $9.50. I'm gonna need an explanation for that one, please. Usually the dress section here delivers, but this time I only found this red 90s dress. I did love the empire neckline and the color, of course, but it was already kind of pilling and priced at $20. In the shoe section, I found these ankle-length boots from the brand Urban Angel. They looked really cool with the chunky platform, but they were way too small for me, unfortunately. I found a lot of pleasers here recently, and these ones had been worn a lot, so hopefully the baddie that had these is still with us. I considered getting these patent leather flats, but honestly, I hate maintaining the leather on them, so I don't know. I'm gonna put them in the cart and we'll think about it later. I own literally one hat and I have never worn it, but I always check the hat section for interesting ones like this. This was such a unique piece. It's like a gorgeous 1920s style vintage cap. I really wanted to try her on at least, and I can never pass up on a fluffy hat like this, so I'm trying her on too. This dress was on the putback rack and it's so pretty. I feel like it could be like the perfect corporate goth piece. And then I saw this old audio mixer for $100. I don't know if that's worth it, but it kind of sounds like a bargain to me. Also, it was right next to some weird leather harnesses. The amount of times that I've fallen in love with a jewelry piece that's been in the glass case just for it to be priced at $50 or over is insane. I then checked out skirts and thought that this was really interesting. It had this sort of steampunk embroidery on the waistband, and the waistband was really stiff as well. And then the rest of the skirt had these really soft satin layers, but it did feel a little bit cheap and costumey to me. This mesh overlay skirt is exactly the same as one that I already have. I love it, so I hope that this one also goes to a good home. This skirt really needs to be washed, but I was obsessed with the layering and the panels and everything on it. What I wasn't crazy about were the buttons. Some of them were kind of rusted and made it look a little bit more boho rather than gothic, how I'd prefer it to be. There were two really unique skirts here as well. I wasn't sure if they were really my style, but I had to at least try one on, so I picked up this purple suede one. Looking through tops now, and I usually like tops like this where they have like a solid material everywhere but the lace on the arms really wasn't doing it for me. It just looked like it was going to unravel at any moment. Although the next top that I found, I literally gasped over. Oh my god, the details on this are so gorgeous. I couldn't really figure out in the lighting if it was hot pink or more of a reddish color, but honestly, didn't care. She had to be tried on, so into the cart she goes. This jumper was so scratchy, unfortunately, but oh my lord, the little bears. Oh, I'm crying. Look at his little outfit. This jumper was a literal jump scare. There is so much going on here. I immediately thought, oh, well, this has to be like a vintage 80s piece. No, it was from Zara. Jesus Christ, who is in charge of their designs? I went back to homewares and these sheer red curtains caught my eye. They were only $6, so I knew that they would come home with me. In the pants section, there were unfortunately only cool pants that ended up being skinny, so rip, I did not buy any of these, but these were from G-Star Raw and both of them had such cool like top halves, but then they would be super skinny at the bottom. I also found some True Religions that I used to actually own, but I had the flared version and I literally think about them all the time. Why did I sell those? I did pick up some wider leg pants though. These were just some simple striped like office type pants. I hoped that they weren't low-waisted. I've also been looking for some more fun or colorful pants, so I wanted to try these on too, and because they're Dangerfield, I already know that they're going to be high-waisted. That was the last piece that I picked up before going through and sorting everything. I tried on the vintage hat and it was so adorable. I love the beaded details on the like little ear spikes that they had, but it looked really weird when I put it on. Like my head looks tiny in this. The fur hat, on the other hand, oh yeah, I just had to get this one. It fit me perfectly and it wasn't so fluffy that it looked ridiculous, so I was really happy with this. I decided to put back the shoes, slip dress, and the skirt, and then try on everything else. I had to put the hat and the homewares in my bag, and it made it look like I was stealing them, but I did not steal them. So as I was waiting in line to change, I found these two pieces on the put-back rack, and I decided just to show you guys. So this blue lace dress was so precious and like a really great layering piece, but on closer inspection, it was literally falling apart. The other piece that I found was this denim playsuit. I really loved the wash of the denim and how it has this kind of utility style with all the pockets, but I didn't check the tag and it was a size 6, so I tried to put it on and it wouldn't go over my thighs. I tried on the office pants and they were really comfortable, but the waist just wasn't that flattering on me. It was like a little bit more mid-rise. These ones also weren't flattering on me. I don't know why, because they were high-rise and they were a wide leg, but I think that maybe they were just too shapeless. They were still very comfortable for me though. They did pass the like sit test. Speaking of shapeless, this skirt was not doing anything for me. It was cool, but it had to be worn like really high-waisted and it just ended up looking very strange on me. Plus the color and material I think would be really hard for me to style. This dress is absolutely gorgeous, but the more that I looked at it, the more that I realized I wouldn't actually wear it. It was very formal, and I do have a dress that's very similar to this, but it has a lace overlay on the top of it. This top was so cute. I love it. I think I might need to like cinch it in at some point, but that's a job for future Vex. I'm not going to think about it now. I'm just going to buy it. So that was it for that day. And now I'm going to show you guys sort of the first thrift trip that I went on like a week before this, because the haul was so good. The first item that I found was this black metal band shirt, and I could not for the life of me figure out what it said. This little Playboy baby tee was incredible. Oh my god, no brainer, this is coming home with me. I also couldn't believe that all the rhinestones were still attached. Immediately got some coquette vibes from this jumper, so I wanted to try her on. The ruffly collar was really adorable, but when I put it on, I realized how bad the quality of the material was. If it was like a regular knitted sweater, it would have been so perfect, but it was this weird, like, plasticky, fast fashion material. This red gingham dress was very summery. I do like this type of simple shape, and whenever there's a tie-up detail in something, I will always be drawn to it, but it was hard to see the fit of it over my clothes, and I thought that maybe it was a bit too bodycon for me. Also, my friend pointed out that my zipper looked like a boner, so thank you, Zeke. This was a really formal vintage piece that I just did not need, but it was so stunning. Like, just look at it. It's basically a gown that you would wear to some like black tie dinner. So yeah, I do not need this. Okay, hear me out. I know that this dress is like a traditional German dress, but it wasn't like a costume material. It was really well constructed, and I love the colorway and the details. So I thought I'd try it on, and then when I tried it on, it was way too big for me in the bust area. The whole top part was just a little bit too loose. So yeah, I left this behind. I didn't even need to try on this dress. I knew that I was gonna get it. It is so gorgeous and vintage as well. Like, I feel like I don't even need to explain it. This was a fast fashion dress, but the quality didn't seem horrible to me, so I figured that I would try it on because I like this cutesy sort of milkmaid style sometimes, but ultimately it didn't make the cut, especially since I had bought so many other pieces on this trip. I really had to stay in my budget. I didn't try this on. I thought it was just a cool vintage 80s piece. This is another one I didn't try on since I knew that I wouldn't buy it, but obviously the color and the velvet was so perfect. The way that I gasped so loud when I found this skirt. Okay, it may not look like much from the outside, but look at that tag. Oh my god. Yep, you're coming home with me. I love this skirt so much for some reason, even though I feel like it isn't really my style. I feel like I could make it work in my wardrobe anyway. Obviously that color goes with like everything that I own, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Then I found this tiny little Guess bag. So adorable. I love the polka dots, and I didn't even mind that the G was like all blinged out. Usually I don't like lots of rhinestones and blingy stuff, but you know what? I'm making an exception for this because I just knew that I needed to have her. I also bought this jewelry hanger, and it's literally perfect for all of my rings and earrings. I went home and put that up immediately. And then the last thing that I got was this Dita Von Teese bra. I'm so excited because I have never owned anything from her before. Anyway, let's get into the haul and properly try everything on. Okay, so I've now arrived home and I figured that I should do a thrift haul for you guys. The first day of thrifting that I went on was like insane. It was so good. I got so many incredible pieces that I'm so happy with. The next thrift trip that I went on wasn't as good, but between those 2 days, I went thrifting a couple more times. I found some more random sort of things over the last couple of weeks, I guess. So I figured that I would also show you those pieces that I have. Y'all are just not prepared for the haul that I'm about to show you. Oh my god. I have all of these to get through. I can't even pick all of them up. Oh my god. This is just gonna be a casual thrift haul. You know, I've got my chair out. This is the second part of the video instead of just like a full thrift haul video. So I won't be styling any of these pieces for you guys today. I might just try them on and like that's it. I should probably start with bags because I got a couple of really cool bags. So you guys know me, I'm a bag slut. I absolutely do not need any more bags, but when I see one that's so cool, I just like, I can't help myself. So obviously I had to pick this one up. It is so cool and in like pristine condition. So yeah, this is a really, really cool bag. It's like a faux red crocodile skin. I love that. I love when a bag has some like cool buckle detailing, and this has lots of buckles on it. And this would be like a going out bag if it didn't have like 5,000 pockets. And I really need bags that have lots of pockets and lots of like storage sections, you know what I mean? It even comes with a mirror built in. Beautiful. Yeah, I had to have this. And then we have the second bag that I got, and honestly this is a little bit of a surprising piece for me. And when I found this tiny little Guess bag, oh my god, this is such a cool piece. It's this little tiny shoulder bag. It has 2 straps, but they're not the same length, which is kind of annoying me. So I'm guessing that this one is just for decoration because it's got the chain on it and everything. The rest of it is so cool. It has an adjustable strap with these like grommets on it. It's got the iconic G on the front and it's all like blinged out. The only thing about it is that I need to clean it somehow. It's got some like glitter around the G part. I don't know where the glitter came from, but I have no doubt that this was once owned by a Y2K baddie, so it probably just came from her like natural skin or something like that. So the bags are really the only kind of accessory that I bought the last couple of weeks. I don't think I got any shoes or jewelry or belts or anything. So this is the last accessory that I bought. This is just like a black faux fur hat, and it literally fits me so perfectly. I have come across so many fluffy hats at the thrift store. I've actually come across so many in the last like 4 years that Bo has an entire folder in his phone dedicated to photos of me wearing fluffy hats, and I never ever end up buying them. And I've just kind of been waiting to find like the perfect one that fits me really nicely and isn't like super fluffy. This one fits me really nicely and isn't too over the top. I've actually been looking for one that's kind of like this, but it has like a cheetah print or like a different color going around the bottom of it. But honestly, I'm just gonna take what I can get. It is coming up to winter, so like maybe I will be wearing this legitimately, but I'm honestly not sure how to style this. Whenever I put one of these hats on now, I just think of the Ortbo episode of Severance. So that's really the vibe that I want to give. Let's get into some of our clothes. First piece I'll show you guys is just a basic t-shirt. I will give anyone $5 if you can read this shirt, because I had to consult my followers on Instagram to be like, guys, what does this say? I know that it's like a black metal band or something, and once I find out what it says, I will look them up and listen to them, but I literally couldn't read it in the store. And someone did find out what they were called. I don't know if they actually were able to read this or if they just found the exact shirt online, but regardless, I do know what the name is. And if anyone in the comments can guess what it says, then I'll give you a little shout out. I won't give you $5, I'm sorry, I don't know how to do that. Moving on to the next piece, and I did buy this dress without trying it on. And to be fair, it does fit me. I just don't think that it fit me the way that I wanted it to, or like the way that I envisioned it in my head. But I did end up picking up this gorgeous dress. I thought it would give more of like a 2000s, like flowy, even like 90s sort of style. But I don't know, it just ended up looking more like modern garden party to me. It is from a vintage brand. It's from Syndicate, and I've thrifted a couple of dresses from them before, and they're usually really cool, but I just feel like this isn't totally me. I really should just try things on. Also, even though this haul is really big, there are a couple of things missing. I did end up buying the I Heart Playboy top, but I wore it recently and it's in the wash at the moment, so I'm not about to pull that out and put it on while it's still wet. That would be disgusting. But I wore that out recently with just like a long flowy skirt, a like chain belt, and this jacket here, and it looked so cute. Oh my god. And then the other piece that I don't have at the moment because it's also in the wash is the Dita Von Teese bra. And you know what? You guys are weirdos. I wouldn't show you that anyway, but I did end up getting the Dita Von Teese bra, and it is so pretty and fits me so well, and I don't think it's ever been worn. It's in amazing condition. I'm gonna show you a piece now that I'm literally devastated about. Like, it rocked me to my core when I came home and tried this on, and it didn't even go up like one of my thighs. Like, there was absolutely no way that it was going to be zipped up. It just was not going to happen. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, this red and white Burberry skirt does not fit me. You know what? I'm not like a huge designer name brand person. I think I've said this before. It's interesting when I find designer pieces in the thrift store because you're like, who donated that and how much money did they spend on it originally? But this skirt is actually really cute. It's just like a more simple pencil skirt, and it's red and white. You know, it would be really easy for me to style, especially like in a work setting. So I was very excited about this because then I would also be able to wear it out and people would go, I love your skirt, and I would go, thanks, it's Burberry and I thrifted it for $10. I'm so upset about it. I literally am. All right, this next piece that I'm going to show you is actually a handmade piece from a seller that I found at a vintage store. I have been wanting some bloomers for like months now. I know that bloomers really are like a trend at the moment, but I have been thinking about getting bloomers for like so fucking long. It's ridiculous. I have wanted some for a really long time, and now that they have kind of become popular, I feel like they're way more accessible to find now. They're a little bit more expensive, and this was obviously more expensive because it was handmade, but I just feel like there are so many pieces that would work with bloomers in my wardrobe already. I'm just gonna shut up. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I'm just gonna show you. I got these ones. They're really, really cool. I originally wanted some white ruffly ones. Most of the stuff in my wardrobe is black or red, and black goes with everything. So I figured that I would just get a black pair because I think I'll wear them more often. I love these so much. They are so comfortable. Oh my god. Why didn't people tell me about these sooner? I love the little bow details they have here, and these bows actually detach so that you can like wash them properly, or if you wanted a more casual look, then you can take these completely off, which I really, really like. So sick. I love them. I cannot wait to style them. Okay, this dress I will show you, even though I won't be keeping it. I will be giving it to my friend Austin. So I found this really cool 90s vintage dress here. It has this gray digital floral print down it. Really cool. It's just like a classic, easy to style, you know, 90s dress. It's really cool. Now, I recently thrifted this dress, which is very, very similar. So I thought, you know, I don't need this dress. It's just going to be too similar to something that I already have, and I'm going to reach for the other dress way more than this one. But this is literally Austin's style, like to a T. I feel like she has such a like 90s cool girl aesthetic that I really, really love. And this is really nice and stretchy, so it's going to be very comfortable for her. So yeah, I just thought I'll pick it up for her, and hopefully she likes it. I really don't know why I was so like drawn to this piece. I don't really wear lots of tulle, but now that I think about it, it was definitely the color. This color is so beautiful. So yeah, the material didn't really faze me. I really liked this super thick band across the waist. And this little tie-up detail that doesn't do anything other than look pretty. And the fact that it has this super stretchy waistband is so good. I literally didn't think I was going to fit into it, but with the waistband, like, she is stretching. So it's really comfortable as well. I wore this the other day and I styled it just with like a plain black backless top, and some basic jewelry and my knee-high boots, and it was really easy to put together. It was very cool, and this really felt like it was a statement piece, and I got a compliment from a girl. Okay, this top you guys would have seen, and you know what? It really is just hot pink. I don't know why I was trying to kind of gaslight myself into thinking that this was more of a red. It is just hot pink, and I don't really own anything pink or hot pink. I try to avoid that color as much as possible because I don't know how to style it properly, but this shirt was just too interesting not to pick up. And the like silk ruching down the front and the little cap sleeves, they're so adorable. And you know what? I don't even mind these like hot pink translucent buttons. They kind of look like candy to me and I want to eat them. Yeah, I'm gonna break my tooth if I do that. Anyway, I still think that I can make an outfit out of it. Okay, this is a piece that you guys wouldn't have seen, but I'm literally so in love with. This is all like unzipped and unbuttoned, so you can't really see it here, but in the try-on you'll be able to see it. It is just like the most adorable little Peter Pan collar dress from Dangerfield. The rounded Peter Pan collar looks so like innocent and so adorable. It does have some belt loops, so I'm assuming it came with a belt at some point and it got lost or whatever, but I don't think it really needs a belt or any sort of tie-up waist or whatever. It's already got a zip and buttons, so I don't really need an extra thing to be doing up while I'm putting this on. So honestly, I might just unpick those. But yeah, I do really love this dress. It isn't my size and it fits me everywhere except for the bust. But honestly, I'm not sure if that's just because I'm about to get my period or not. Okay, we're almost there, I promise. But I recently thrifted this skirt here and it is so short. Oh my god. But you guys will know I have really struggled with finding mini skirts that actually are mini. I'm looking for mini skirts and most of them aren't mini, but this one is definitely mini. Oh my god. I wore this out to go meet a friend recently. This was the outfit that I wore it with, by the way. It was so cute. I felt really confident. And this skirt is just so simple. This material is exactly what I want for my like black mini skirt, the like black pleated mini skirt that I've been like praying for the last 4 years. It's just like a really comfortable sort of stretchy cotton material. You know, every other mini skirt that I find is either like thick and like denim or corduroy. Yeah, this is exactly the material that I want my other skirts to be in, and the length as well. This doesn't have any pleats, but it does have these buckle details on the side here. I just think it's really flattering, and yeah. It's red, so it goes with everything, obviously. Oh my god. Okay, when I found this in Savers, I nearly screamed. I won't lie. This probably looks like nothing to you guys, but I don't care. This is a legit vintage Big Day Out t-shirt. It's super oversized and it has that like good quality heavy material. Yeah, so it's for the festival Big Day Out and it says 1992 and 1997 on it, but it does have the lineup on the back and Soundgarden headlined. I wish that I wasn't a fetus at this point. In time, I would have been here. We've also got Powderfinger, The Prodigy, Patti Smith, Snout, The Offspring, Fear Factory, fuck yeah, and some other people that I'm not really sure about. But I love Soundgarden so much, and yeah, I was not born when this concert happened, unfortunately. But finding vintage band merchandise is always like the best feeling in the world for me, especially when it's people that I actually listen to. And now we're at our last piece that I'm going to show you. I also found this item at a vintage store. When I bought this dress, I also bought 2 pairs of vintage medical scissors, and some of them still have blood on them. Oh my god, it was like incredible day. I love vintage medical tools. I have a crippling fear of doctors and surgery and stuff, so my morbid curiosity when it comes to medical stuff really like comes through for some reason because of that fear that I have. And I'm kind of trying to do some exposure therapy on myself so that I can bring myself to go to the doctor, because Lord knows I need to. But anyway, y'all don't want to hear about those. You want to hear about this dress. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? It was, I think, $30. It is such a cool piece. This giant lace collar is just like everything. Literally perfect. I cannot think of a more perfect like Gothic dress. It doesn't have any lining or layers to it, so it's really like flowy and comfortable. I could wear this in any situation. So when I found this, my jaw dropped, and then when I also found the medical scissors, I was like, ah, today's my lucky day. Holy shit. And on that note, that does bring us to the end of this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching and subscribing. If you like this video, then please give the video a like, and if you liked me and Addie, then please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.